I want to ask you, it's going to be about Harry Potter, or about a movie that follows Harry Potter. What do you think of Harry Potter, to start with? Did you like the movie? Would you like it to continue?
Yes.
Yeah? Did you enjoy watching it?
Yes.
And is anyone else coming? Should we close the door? There is a new movie coming up, which is called Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Did anyone hear about that?
Is that from Harry Potter?
It is by J.K. Rowling. Did anyone hear about that?
No.
No. Well, that's good because we're going to read about it in a minute. So let's find out. What we're going to focus on today is text structure, which there are two structures which can help you orient in the text. If you have, for example, an exam and you have to answer questions about topic or about details, these two structures will help you to approach it and to understand it. There are two. One of them are linking words. Hey, just have a seat.
No.
And the other structure is paragraph structure. Just to introduce it to you, we're talking about text structure, and we're going to read about a new movie which J.K. Rowling is planning, and which is a continuation of Harry Potter. Well, if I say linking words, does anyone know what it means?
Connecting words?
Yes? Can you explain it a little bit?
They're connected, I don't know.
Like because?
Yeah, like words in the text that make the text flow, that make you understand the text, and make it easier to discover the different parts of the text. Any other example, apart from because? Of a linking word. Anything that can link ideas together.
And?
Very good. Well, we're going to focus on particular categories of the linking words, which will appear in the text that you get in a minute to read. And I'll name the categories. First one is addition. What do you think it means, addition? If I say addition, what does it mean? By addition, I mean the words that add things together. The word that you mentioned, and, for this category. Can you think about any other words that would belong to?
With?
That's not a linking word. But it adds things together, but you can say, for
Also.
example,
Also?
very good. And another one, very similar to also. You can say, I'm going to a cinema, and my brother is going to. Although it's a linking word, but from a very different thing. But, so all these words, in one way or another, add things together, right? The next category is contrasting, which means that contrast two things. I can say, I love Holland, and then there's bad weather. So how do I say it? I love Holland, but the weather is too bad, right? Can you think about any other words?
Or?
That's a different linking word. That's a different category. If you have an opinion or an idea and you want to contrast, you want to show the bad side of it. Another one would be although, like you mentioned before. Can you give an example of a sentence with the word although? Usually starts, it's the first word of the sentence. Give an example.
Although the weather is bad, but I still love Holland.
Although the weather is bad, I still love Holland, or enjoy living in Holland, yeah? And another one is a very fancy word, however. It's a very fancy, but it's almost the same. I'm hungry, however, I'm not going to eat. You can think of any examples. Then another category is alternative. Alternative or a choice. A word with which you express a choice. Can you think of one? I have an apple and I have a banana. And I give you a choice. Do you want an apple or a banana? Very good. That's enough for this category. And there are 3 more. Explanatory. Or words which provide explanation. Can you think of anything?
Which?
Yeah, it could be. You can say which is, or you can say that is. Because linking words don't necessarily have to be one word, they can be 2, even 3 words. Which is, that is, or you can say in fact also. Can I get an example from anyone of an explanatory linking word? Maybe you can talk about a car, and I don't understand anything about cars. You can say, yeah, this car has 5 horses. And then you say which means, or which is, and then you describe it in different words. The next one is repetition. It's very similar to explanatory. Sometimes you say something, and then you have the need to repeat it, or to say it in different words. What do you think would function as a repetition? If you want to introduce that you're going to repeat the same idea.
Like I said.
Like I said, very good. And there is one which is used very often. You can say, in other words. That's a very fixed. In other words. And the last one is a result. Wait, what do you think could be as a result? As a final summary, or you can say as a result, that's one. You can say therefore, or you can say thus. Can you give me an example of therefore as a result linking word? Maybe think about an exam. Think about you not preparing yourself. Or let's say, think of an exam and think of yourself preparing. Very good.
Prepare, no.
And then say, I studied very hard.
Therefore I am getting a A.
Very good. And therefore I got an A. It's a result of your hard work. Right? So these are the links. There are many categories of linking words, and why we're learning about them is that when you can use it when you read the text. They help you understand how the text changes, how the ideas flow, and at the same time, if you speak about something, if you have a speaking exam, or if you write any text, all these words are very useful because that helps you express yourself. And helps your speech flow. Well, let's practice. That's the best thing we can do. Everybody has a pen? I want you all to look at the words. You don't really have to read the whole text, understand what's it about at the moment. But what you focus on are all these small words. There might be some of them that are not on the board yet. And underline every word that you think functions function as a linking word. And if you have any questions, just raise your hand.
Are you allowed to work together?
You can work together, that's fine. You can take your time, you don't have to rush, but just look for all the words. Look carefully to find all of them.
And is with also a linking word?
Also is also a linking
No,
word. Which one?
With
Is not, it, with is not a linking word.
and will? Also?
No, that's a verb, that's action word. The linking words are always words that connect things or contrast things.
Based, is it also a linking?
Based on is not a linking word. And most of them we already mentioned, only some of them not.
Is with,
It is not a linking word.
as?
As can be also as a result of a linking word. Or as I said.
Is before a linking word?
Before is not a linking word. Before is a preposition thing.
Yes.
However is a very good example of a linking word.
Is that also a linking word?
That is, which is two words together can function as explanatory, like we have it here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Words that you explain something with.
That is. And only that?
Only that. Sometimes in different contexts it means something else.
You mentioned that.
No,
No?
no, in this case it's not.
Here, as I consider this, the red.
No, the word as itself can function as a linking word, but yeah, you can say it's like it's a result, like it's on the bottom. No?
Oh yeah.
As a result or as
That is.
that is an explanatory linking word.
It's.
Oh, that is no. Try to think that the words have function to connect something or to express a relationship between two words or ideas.
Two. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, let's just take another 2 minutes to finish. Are you almost done? Can you see that you're almost done? still working on it?
I'm ready also.
Alright, that's brilliant. So let's have a look at the words and see if we understand how they work. Could anybody give me the first linking word in the text?
It
Other
is.
words?
Did you look out for all the small words like and?
Yes.
Do they echo quite often?
It is.
Where, no, that's not a linking word. No, that's not a linking word. The first linking word would be in the name of the movie, which is on the third line. Fantastic Beasts and where to find them. Could anyone explain to the rest of the class which two things does this and connect?
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Yes, it connects the beasts and the rest of the name of the movie, which is Where to Find Them. How about the next one?
In other words,
Okay, can you explain us what it means in this text?
in other words, so what does it mean? It's an explanation
It's explanation of.
of
Fantastic Beasts and where to find it.
Yes, exactly. So she mentioned something that may not mean much to you, but because she knows, or the author knows, that you might not understand, they repeat it in different words, but it's still the same, because then she explains that it's the first year's textbook of Harry Potter. Okay, anybody, another linking word, please?
As will serve as model.
Yes, which is a result. Can you explain it in this context?
No, I don't know.
It is serving
Yes.
something. And the word as brings us to what it serves like. It serves as a motive. So it connects the fact that it's serving with what it serves, right? Then there is another as, we can skip that one because we already did it. Can you, Michael, in the second paragraph, in the third line,
Yeah.
there is another and. What does it connect?
It connects the guide for the study of magical creatures.
Look here. Second paragraph.
The
first
time.
step.
Oh, that end.
Yeah.
Oh, it connects scribbling to his friends and his sketchers.
Yeah, his friend's sketches
Yeah, that.
and his friend's scribbling. So it connects two different things, right? And then there is a word that we haven't spoken about. The next linking word in the very same line.
And
It is.
oh,
Or.
Yes. Can you explain how it works in this context? It's the alternative. It gave in the text there is a very weird word, which is not even proper English word. Magic. So why did the author say or and then continue with
so
describing
you know what that word means?
what it means? So then they both mean the same, but in one they. So in this case, we could move it into the explanatory. Sometimes they have more functions. Okay. Can I have someone from the back give me another example, please? Just tell us where you find it. We don't have to talk about every single one.
But
Yes? Where did you find it? Which line? Or which paragraph?
Third paragraph,
Yeah?
fourth line.
Okay.
in the beginning.
Yeah. To the Harry Potter series, but an extension of the wizard word. Can you read the whole sentence?
The author said in his statement, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is neither a prequel nor a follow-up to the Harry Potter series, but an extension of the Wizard's World.
Yes. So the word but is a contrasting word. That means that this case?
That's Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is not follow Harry Potter, but extension of the Wizards.
Which would mean that it
And,
doesn't follow the same Harry Potter movie?
yes, but it's an extension of
So it's, yeah, exactly. So the word but explains to us that what we might have thought, that it's continuation. The word but shows us that there is another level to it. It means something else. Let's have another 3 words before we move to another activity.
However,
However, the second one.
that's the fourth paragraph and on the first line.
4th paragraph, first line. How does it function in this case?
About something Rowling said.
Yeah.
That's from her suggestion.
Well, she said, what did she say exactly?
That the studio came to her first with the suggestion.
Yes. And the word however, how does it function now?
That there is something. I don't know.
Well, the studio suggested to her that she could work. She could make another movie. However, she made her own proposal. That means even though the studio had the idea, it was because of her that they made it. So the word however shows you that it's not because of the studio, but because of her. So, is that clear?
Yes.
And let's just do one last.
That is.
That is. Can you tell us where it is?
Fourth paragraph, last line.
Yes.
That is how I ended up pitching my own idea for a
Yes.
film to Warner Bros.
Yes.
It's a result. But I mean,
Explanation. You don't really have to know the names of the categories. It's not really important, as long as you know how the words function. But so by the word that is, she.
That is. She's telling about what I read before.
Yeah, she
That
explained.
she
Like
explained.
this is how she explains how she got to the result. Well, that's just to give you an idea of how the linking words work. Next time we're going to work with different categories, more difficult ones. But these sorts of words, they appear in every text that you read and every speech that you hear. And it's important to know how they function. Well, now I want to talk about the structure